Welcome to an absolutely beautiful collection. This is Hunkydory's Window to the Heart floral wreaths. So that's long, but it will make 16 complete cards, and they are gorgeous. In fact, this is what one of them looks like. Look at that. Absolutely gorgeous, just like I said. Heidi's got lots of ideas for you. Won't you please come play with us? Well, before we get into the projects, let me just show you what's in this package. As I said, it's Window to the Heart, floral wreaths. This is a concept card kit, which means all the cards will be the same style, but lots of different imagery. So you will get instructions. That's always nice. You will get envelopes, yes. And then this is what, so each of the one card will have this piece. You can see that it's foiled, and this is just going to pop right out. So you can kind of see the shaded area. That's the edge of the card. And then there will be another sheet that looks like this. And this will be the front of the card, and this is the inside of the card. And then you also get these. Now that was the middle piece, and this does need to get trimmed out, and you've got a greeting, and so that works just really nicely. So you have the pink, there is a sunflower, isn't that gorgeous? And there's the front, and there's the front, and there's the inside. And you also have the lilies in green, and that's the second piece. You have, this is just gorgeous. Wait till you see the card that she did. And that's the other side. And like I said, they're just going to pop out. This is the hydrangea in blue, like that. And I hope you're counting. You're going to get 2 of each one. And these are chrysanthemums, and it's very soft peach. Very pretty. So the one sheet is foiled, the second sheet is not. And then we have lilacs. And then we have, well, these are more of those sheets. Okay, so all of that. And it all comes in one kit, so pretty neat. So let me get started with this one, and I'll walk you through the instructions that are on the package. Okay, so you're going to pull out the 2 pieces, and here they are, all pulled out for you. And like I said, they're going to kind of fall apart, which is nice. So this is the there is the inside of the card, and what the kind of the first direction is to pull this out. So we'll do that. And then this is in here, but it says to remove the frame, and this is a bonus topper. So you'll probably use this on something else. So that's nice. So you're going to get 16 of those. So that's not bad. And so I'm just going to set this aside. And then you have also the second piece, which is right here. And I've already popped it out, as you can see. And there are score lines on it already. So you will want to go over those score lines as you typically do with a bone folder or something. So this is going to be folded in a mountain fold. And then both of them are, all 3 of them are mountain folds, just like that. So that is the outside of the card. We're going to pull this around. And then this is going to end up going in the reverse. So the middle part will be a mountain, but the sides will be valleys. So let me just fold that. I'll secure that. Now, before you glue these together, there's another piece to do, and that is for the greeting. So you can see how this is going to fit together, and that's all going to line up quite perfectly. But for the inside, remember, we have this, and you will want to cut them out, and there is a very faint cut line, so you do that. Now, when Heidi did this, this is going to go in and be centered on the inside. Now, she took a this is letterbox red, and put the card, just the inside, on her craft mat. and then use the blending brush just to go around that edge. So remember that white part that you saw? She wanted to cover that up with a color that would match and just kind of let it blend. So that's what she used. And that is in the directions that are down below. And so then that is going to fit. You can see the letterbox red right there. And then you can either go ahead and glue it together, or she added dazzles. And these are the rose dazzles. And they come in a gold pearl, so they're just gorgeous. And she attached them, as you can see. So this one, she let go on top of the roses. Here, birthday wishes, and then another rose, a little heart down here. And then on the greeting, let me flatten this so you can see, with love, right above the red rose. And then hearts, hearts, and then a swirl. Whoops, there you go. Can you see that? There you go. Right down there. So all of that and more is actually on this sheet. So she did add those. And of course the gold is going to coordinate beautifully with the foiling that's on here. Now, this card is going to collapse. And as I said, will fit in the envelopes. And I do like the fact that they include those, because then it doesn't leave you kind of hanging. So this is going to pop right in there. You see it's going to fit quite nicely. And that's the basic directions. Now, all the other cards that she's done are different than this, and I appreciate that. Thank you, Heidi. And that's going to work nicely. So let me scoot these over, and let's go to the next card. And wow, I think this is so gorgeous. Now, she did work with our regular cards, our 5 by 6.5 inch cards. And let me show you what she's done. Now, this is the set that she's using. And so she did do parts of it. So obviously you can see this part has been used. And she also used the one of the end pieces. So she did cut that out. And we'll hold that for just a minute. So pop this out, cut that out, just cut right along the gold edge. And let's get started on the card itself. So let me show you. So she is using a novel idea papers. And that is where she got this lovely tan with the green leaves that she used on the inside, on the front of her card. So she cut that out, and then she matted it on a novel idea solid in the brown and glued that to the front of her card. And then she's mixed some things here. So let me tell you about those. We'll go back to the novel idea for the inside of the card too. So this piece is the mocha brown suede. And I just love that because it just pops everything. And so she has cut that, and then she added just a 1-inch strip of the gold metallic, okay? And that goes right on the right-hand edge of it. Then she took this edge that you would have cut out, and she glued it so that it just goes to right here, okay? So you can see it. You see it right there? Now, that's all one piece, and then she wrapped the bottom, and I love this look, I have to tell you. Let's see, let me get these scooted over. This look of just doing a soft knot and then having the ends go to the back of the suede. And this is out of the crepe ribbon set, which is a favorite. Then you can see, so then after that ribbon is knotted and then the ends are tacked to the back, then you're going to glue that piece down. Okay, let me get rid of these then. Then she took that center piece, remember, right here, pop that out. We're not using, well, right now we're not using the frame, but we will on the inside. And foam tape that in place. And notice that it goes, it's offset from this centerpiece, which is perfectly fine. Then she's added some dazzles, and the dazzles that she used This is the butterfly dazzles. Lots of butterflies on that sheet, and that's right here. Then she also used artful affirmations, and this is a brown sheet, and that's where she got love more, worry less, and then the solid, little tiny butterflies are from the butterfly sheet. And yes, oh no, that's not true. I lied. They're out of the artful affirmations, so there's some right there. There's just a lot of stuff here, including borders. She did add gold pearl dazzles. These are the jewel dazzles, the circles. And they're in the corner. You see this triad. They're also in the center of the butterflies, all of the butterflies. So that is our card front. It is just lovely, absolutely lovely. Now, we're going to go inside. And inside, she covered it with this brown, also out of a novel idea. And then she did another piece of suede. Now, she rounded the corners, and this is the only time I think, no, it's, she uses this twice. So on the suede, she's rounded the corners, and then she went back to a novel idea. And see this bookcase? She just trimmed that out. She did round the corners at the top. And then the best is yet to come. This piece is actually from, they fall apart as I lift them up. It is the second piece. These are not foiled. And she just cut straight along the score line and pulled that piece and placed it horizontally, which I love. I think that's really nice. And then just brought it so it's equal to the score line here, and then just trim it equal to the edge of the card. And then she put that gold frame, and notice it goes over the edge of the card, so she just trimmed that off. So this is very interesting on the inside. Oh, I forgot to tell you, she did the same technique to the bottom of this. That would be good to do before you glue it down. Soft knot, and then take the ends and glue it to the back. The best is yet to come. Those butterflies, they are all out of the artful affirmations. So she used the 3 sets of dazzles, and isn't that gorgeous? Now, I think that is a layout that you can use with a lot of different things. So gorgeous. Okay, now we have more. So now she's gone into our pink set, and she has that. This is the piece that you cut out that has the verse and the florals. She matted this on silver. This is silver metallic, and use that corner rounder on the edges of both. So you kind of have to do this silver first, round the corners, and there are 3 settings on here. She typically uses the R10, the number 10 on it. No, fine. So you do the silver, and then you cut this out, and then round the corners, okay? And then, do you see that bright pink little edge? Well, that is with our pink thin line dazzles. That comes by the sheet too. And it's interesting because when I look at this, okay, let me bring it out. Okay, and I put this on it, I think, ooh, that's clashing. And so I wouldn't have used it, but I think it looks great. So that's just good to know, don't you think? Well, you're gonna set that piece aside. And then we're going to go to the piece that is not foiled. Oops. Yes, that is not foiled. So it's the piece that has these 2. So this is this one. Okay. So we're not using this one that's foiled and absolutely gorgeous, but we are going to use some pieces out of it. She's going to do something different. So I probably should just show this to you. Okay. So this is closed. Then that opens and that pops forward. Isn't that nice? Yes. So what she did, very clever woman, is that she took this piece, and pulled it out of, just like that, pulled that out, and then put this on the scoreboard. And all you're going to do is place that anywhere you want to. And then you're going to score a 1/2 inch on each side of that center score, okay? And then, of course, the bone folder's up there, and that's your scoring tool. And then you're going to fold each of those score lines into a mountain fold, so just like that. So this is the hidden, so she's put a dazzle, because that's always a good thing to do, over your score line that you don't want it to show. And she's got these two. Okay, so then this is a valley fold on each side. And then she did take the foiled edges and cut them off and glued them to the front of these two pieces, okay? And then this is going to get glued just to the left side. The left side of it's going to get gold folded, glued to the left gate, okay? So that's what you do. I've got butterflies peeking out. Okay, then to cover up that score line, she went into the silver fancy borders, and this is the package that's got it's got black, white, gold, and silver, and so that's what she used. And this is the widest one. We seem to use that a lot, and it fits beautifully. And you want the silver one, of course, to go with the silver foiling. So after you have that dazzle piece down, then you can attach the center of this. I would use extra sticky tape on the back of that and then position it right there. Now she did use some pink dazzles. Now these are jewel dazzles. So we've got pink that is holographic, and we've got pink that's going to match those thin line, but she used the holographic, and you can really see it flashing. So that works just fine. But she did use the thin line right down here. I'm not sure that you can see it. Let's get in close. Okay, so right there. Can you see? Okay, there you go, right there. And on the bottom of the other one. And then the Just For You comes from our Just For You set. Again, black, white, gold, and silver. This is relatively new. And so Just For You is there. There's some hearts, and same thing on the left gate. And then she has gone back to the jewel dazzles and just attached the tiny ones at the ends of those swirls, which I think is just a really nice touch. The larger ones in the center of those flowers. She did use the bow maker, here it is, with the crepe ribbon that she used on the last card, and then attached a bow, zodded that at the top. So this is just quite nice, isn't it? So this is going to fold down, and then you have this wonderful saying on the front of it. Okay, one more card. You ready? Now this is different. This is a part of a slimline card, but look what she's done. As I open it up, look what you have. Okay, so you can see elements of the kit, can't you? So this is a slimline card, and she did cut. Well, first of all, she's going to place this on the adorable scoreboard, and then she's going to score in half the way on the front. So this is 3 inches wide, so 1.5 inches in, score it, and then fold it back. And that's how the card is going to be done. So after you score it, then trim off 1.5 inches at the bottom. That 1.5 inches is going to be this piece. It's going to go on the inside of the card. But we're not going to attach anything yet because we need to finish this. So what she has used is the violet suede. So she used brown earlier, used the violet here. You can see that she has attached one piece. All of them are slightly smaller than the area that's left, so that she has the white edge going around. So this piece, smaller piece right here, and the exact same size of piece on the front. Okay, so after all of those are attached and glued in place, then she took that 1.5 inch strip that she cut off and turned it around. And so the long piece, which would be from here, is going to get attached just to the front piece right here. And then it's going to go over, and it's going to go down. And then she attached the ends. So you're attaching the ends always in something like this. Now, can you see that silver flashing that we're getting? That she used our silver brushed diamond papers. So she's just cut 2 pieces the same size. Again, the silver is smaller than the white cardstock, so that you've got a white border. Okay, then she went to the lavender set, and she used, so here's the full piece, the foiled, and she just used one of these. So pop it out, trim it along the score line, and then that's going to go on the left gate. So again, the left side of it gets attached to the left gate. So that's why we do this all in sequence. Do the suede. No, that's not the first thing. The first thing is to score the card front, then trim off 1.5 inches, then put your suede in place. Then you can attach the ends of these 2, and they do get flipped around. And then you can add things. So we're going to add this first. And notice how nicely it is framed by the suede. Now, she did go and use some of the other, so she's used this whole piece. Then she trimmed out some of the other lavender and just layered it with foam tape. And this is also the Just For You that we used earlier, obviously the silver set. And so it's Just For You. It's got some little birds in it. It's got some jute over this now bouquet of lavender. And again, out of the crepe ribbon that has been zotted at the top. So just really nice. On the inside, remember the sayings that we have. So here's this one. And she just trimmed this out. This happens to be on your retirement. So they all have different themes. So the retirement, and so she just trimmed it, glued it, fits perfectly right above this piece, and added some of the dazzles, just the hearts and the jewel pieces. So that's it. Very neat. I like having lots of different ideas and different ways of using. And with our thin line dazzles, thin line, slim line cards, you get 10 cards and 10 envelopes. That's all I wanted to tell you. So you can do this. And I haven't seen one done like this before, so that's really fun. So good on you, Heidi. Okay, so that's what we have. Now I've got all of this whole collection in different piles here. So we've got all of these that you have seen. We have the envelopes I'm just going to tuck underneath. We have the basic directions, and now you have Heidi's directions too. They are down below. Just click on any of the cards. You'll get all the measurements and everything. Plus you'll see what she used, because you know I have to go through these pretty quickly when I'm doing the webisode, so I don't want you to miss anything. Okay. And so that is our collection. There is a money saver. It is over on the right-hand side of your screen, which is where we always keep them. And you can buy the things separately, but in the money saver, you do save some money, so we'd like that for you. If you happen to be watching this on YouTube, we would love it if you would like us, and then head on over to Paper Wishes. That's where we have all of our, that's the home for all of our webisodes, and they are attached to the product that we're using. But you can see all of them on the website. Just go to webisodes. It's in the upper right-hand corner. Click on it, and then you'll see all of the webisodes, and you can select them if you want, because we have them by the cutting dies that we do, or by the collections, or like this, which is Hunkydory, which is one of our favorite vendors, so that works well too. Okay, this is available now, and I think you're going to have a really good time. I do want to thank Heidi. You have done an absolutely wonderful job with these, and I love the ideas that you did, so good job, lady. Thank you for joining, and most of all, thank you for being the best part of paperwishes.com. We'll see you again, actually tomorrow. Come on back.